And the Chief of Patrol, John Chell, joining me now. Good to have you here on Picks and Politics.
Great to be here.
So we'll get into those topics in just a bit, but I want to begin on the heels of the mayor's trip to Israel, right? The mayor and a few of your colleagues over in the NYPD went over to Israel, taking a look at some of what they use for security measures. One of those things were high-tech drones. What came out of that trip, if anything?
Well, they just got back, so we'll get a brief on that. But in terms of our mayor and technology, he's big into technology. In terms of trying to keep the city safe in innovative ways. We have been looking at drones in the last couple of months, and we're gonna incorporate into our overall crime plan and keeping the community safe. It could be sharks on the beach. It could be the shoreline. It could be used for infrastructure, collapses. The fire department use them also, and then we're gonna build them out to maybe into crime. The cops use them, being trained. So it's a long process, but definitely another piece of technology we can use to make this city safer.
So would sometimes, in this case, because New York City is what it is and traffic may be at a standstill and you're trying to get somewhere, would it be launch a drone, see if you can get there first, give you a bird's eye view of what any scene may be?
Perfect, perfectly said. So let's take our shot spotter technology.
Okay.
Where gunshots go off, we're alerted to it's on block A. If we can get the drones there quicker, we can get the drones there quicker than a police car, and they could spot out what the situation is from overhead and give us a heads up as to what we're looking at, keep us safe, react quicker, and take a shooter off the street. So that's definitely one of the avenues we're looking at.
So some might say, well, there's the fringe of personal space and whether or not there's a civil liberties issue here. Is there?
This is a safety issue. We're doing everything we can to make this city safer. It is the safest big city. In comparison to other jurisdictions, no doubt about it. When you look at the city in terms of coming back, I mean, just walk through Times Square on a Saturday night. What do you see? 1,000 people, train ridership up. Just that continued effort to keep it safe, and we're aware of the civil liberties, if you will. But in order for the city to prosper, we need public safety. Yeah, and you're talking about the overall crime numbers right now. Safest big city in America, right? Crime numbers are trending in the right direction, which is down in some of these big categories, but it is up in one interesting category, and that's car thefts, grand larceny, seeing a rise. What do you think that reason is for? Car theft for the last couple of years has been on the rise, and we're talking about New York City right now. And crime is we're flat right now, but we're not talking robberies, people getting robbed and burglaries. We're talking car theft. Shooting violence down 25%, remarkable. But now car thefts. So we've seen the last couple of years, and what are we seeing? We're seeing cars, we're seeing illegal mopeds, three-wheelers being stolen, joyriding, and crimes being committed using these vehicles. So it's a crime issue, it's a quality of life issue, and you put them together, and that's what we kind of went after. And what are we seeing? A new phenom. So what happened last July 22, the TikTok challenge, how to steal a Hyundai and a Kia. And it's real simple to do. I don't want to give any trade secrets here.
Yeah, really.
But we have just a substantial increase in those type of cars being stolen. And that's really adding to our 30% increase in grand larceny order this year.
So what are you doing to stop that?
So we're doing a lot of public service.
Okay.
We reached out to Kia and Hyundai. They've accepted the ability to now fix the defect. And we have to get the public to know this, how to fix their cars, and do the simple things.
So out of that 30%, a big percentage are those specific brands of car.
We know what it is, absolutely, and that's what's hurting us. And unfortunately, it's the TikTok audience is young.
Yeah.
So we have young, it's a bad combination here.
Okay.
You have young kids stealing cars, and that tends to be an issue.
So that leads me to the next topic, right, which is the NYPD police pursuit. You testified to the city council about this. The city, the organization, did a report showing that cops gave chase 304 times in the first 3 months of this year, right, which is a 600% increase in police pursuits. Some might say it's dangerous. You're saying it's necessary.
All pursuits are inherently dangerous.
Yeah.
But how are we defining pursuits? We have built an apprehension plan in this city which involves pursuits, but it involves pursuits from the air. It involves technology. It involves preemptive locations to go when a car is being followed. License plate readers. We could track a car without being behind it through our technology. So a lot of our pursuits, we've gotten very good at anticipating where the pursuit is going, because all of our patrol boroughs, we have 8 of them, they're on the same frequency listening.
So what do you make of the criticisms about it?
Look, the criticism, it is dangerous, and we do have, I'm not going to say we don't have accidents, but we do. But we try to mitigate them the best we can. We're doing a better job of shutting down bridges to keep the car in traffic. So I understand the criticism. It is dangerous, but we have some of the best cops in the city, and they do a good job.
I want to squeeze in 2 more topics, and we're tight on time here. I want to pivot to school safety. School right around the corner. I can't believe the summer flew by. Some high-profile shootings outside of schools last year. What are you doing to keep parents concerned?
Last year, no doubt about it, right around in the springtime, we started taking some high-profile shootings. Our coordination with the school DOE is tremendous. Our communication is tremendous. Our commanding officers are talking to principals once a week, and we're trying to identify corridors and places where kids congregate after school. We're focusing on deployment in those areas. And since that rash of shootings in March, we ended off the year pretty well.
Okay.
Very well. It worked. So we're going to build off of that in 2023, 24, and it's all about constant communication, adjusting resources, and keeping the kids safe. And yesterday I was at the school safety division. We graduated 122 school safety cops, so that definitely is going to help also.
Do you have enough?
We could always use more,
yeah.
But we'll take the graduation yesterday and add to our team.
So you're taking some resources, moving them to specific areas outside of schools.
Outside of schools, and there's congregation points. Kids go to McDonald's, Chipotle, they walk a certain corridor to train. Transit's involved, the principals. So it's a system we built last year, and it's working pretty well.
And lastly, I want to talk about the migrants, right? We saw last week, the city said 3,000 asylum seekers arrived here in New York City. How is the NYPD involved in the process of this number and magnitude of people arriving? And have there been any incidents, because we're seeing protesters saying, not in my neighborhood, any incidents of crime involving asylum seekers?
Well, as far as the asylum seekers go, it's our job as a police department. We took an oath. We're here to protect everybody. Okay, so I'll keep that real simple. As far as incidents, all New Yorkers have incidents. There are some everywhere, nothing egregious. And again, our role in this is to assist the city, to keep people safe, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, but is there any overtime or anything that's accrued because of the migrant crisis? No, it's we're 365, 24 hours a day. We're a dynamic agency. We can move fast. We can make adjustments. Okay. And that's what we do. All right. Hey, great to have you here, Chief of Patrol, Mr. Chell, right here on Picks of Politics for your first appearance. Thank you. Thank you so much
for being here, okay? Come on back anytime.